What if I told you that one fragrance has outlasted not only fleeting fashion trends, but 2 world wars? What if I told you it still graces the vanities of the world's most discerning men and women, more than 100 years after it was born? Not in Paris, not in London, but in a small Italian town. Welcome to the story of Acqua di Parma Colonia, a scent that hasn't just survived time, it has conquered it. It all began in 1916, nestled in the sun-drenched heart of Parma, Italy. At the time, fragrances were bold and overpowering. Dense clouds of musk and spice meant to dominate a room. But Acqua di Parma sought something different. They envisioned a fragrance that breathed rather than smothered, light, refined, and unmistakably modern. The result? A crisp, citrus-forward cologne that redefined elegance. Originally crafted to accompany the impeccable tailoring of Italian suits, it became a quiet revolution in the world of scent. By the 1930s, whispers of this sophisticated cologne reached Hollywood. Stars like Cary Grant, Ava Gardner, and Audrey Hepburn fell under its spell. They didn't just wear colonia, they lived it. To them, it wasn't a fragrance. It was a signature, a whisper of style that said everything, without saying too much. Now, take a moment to picture the bottle. It's not loud. It doesn't shout for attention, it invites it. The design is pure Art Deco, clean, balanced, iconic. The sunshine yellow box, a tribute to the warmth and opulence of Parma itself. And the black bakelite cap, a vintage flourish, reminiscent of 1930s radio dials. It's a tactile link to the past. Even the typography, restrained and elegant, feels like it belongs beside a fountain pen, a cigar, and a leather-bound journal. This isn't just packaging, it's a portal to a more refined era. But what does colonia actually smell like? Imagine stepping into a sunlit citrus grove in Sicily. The air dances with lemon, sweet orange, and Calabrian bergamot. It's fresh, alive, and instantly uplifting. But then, almost imperceptibly, comes the whisper of lavender, a softening, a grace note. Damask rose peeks through, adding a floral elegance that never oversteps its bounds. And as the hours pass, deeper notes emerge. Vetiver, sandalwood, patchouli, earthy, warm, like wandering a Tuscan garden after a summer rain, the soil still rich beneath your feet. This isn't a fragrance that shouts, it whispers. And when it does, it speaks fluently in the language of class. Wearing colonia feels like slipping into a tailored suit, stitched in silence. You don't feel loud. You feel complete, composed, grounded. You walk into a room, not to take it over, but to settle into it. And people notice, not because you ask them to, but because your presence invites attention. Quietly, authentically. It's not just about smelling good, it's about feeling right. Fast forward to the 1970s and 80s. The world of fragrance had shifted. The market now craved synthetic boldness. Power scents dominated the shelves, loud, complex, unapologetically aggressive. And colonia? It almost disappeared, but it never truly faded. It waited. In the 1990s, 3 visionary Italian entrepreneurs rediscovered its magic. They bought the brand, protected the original formula, and launched a revival rooted in craft, exclusivity, and luxury. They didn't mass market it. They curated it. By the 2000s, colonia re-emerged, gracing the shelves of elite boutiques, 5-star hotels, and the DOP kits of the world's most well-traveled tastemakers. The legend was reborn. In today's crowded fragrance market, where every brand screams to be seen, colonia remains serene, unbothered, respected, its secret, consistency. While others chase trends, colonia remains grounded in tradition. Whether you're a young professional or a seasoned connoisseur, the scent adapts. It meets you where you are. In a world increasingly ruled by algorithms and artificial blends, colonia feels human, handmade, honest. Modern masters like Roja Dove and Francis Kurkdjian cite it as a foundational influence. And once you experience it, you'll understand why. It's not just another fragrance, it's a standard. Let's be clear, Colonia isn't for everyone, and that's a good thing. It's not for the flashy, the trendy, or the loud. It's for the quietly confident, the elegant, the one who understands that true luxury never needs to announce itself. Perfect for spring mornings or summer afternoons. Ideal with linen, a crisp white shirt, or a well-cut blazer. This scent doesn't say, "Look at me." It says, "I've been here all along." Now let's talk performance. Colonia's projection? Soft to moderate. It stays close, intimate. It's a scent meant for conversations, not crowds. Longevity? Around 4 to 6 hours. Not eternal, but enduring enough. And if you want it to linger longer, layer it with the matching shower gel or body lotion. That's the Italian way. And the price? It isn't cheap, but you're not paying for just a liquid. You're investing in a century of heritage, design, and quality. Every spritz is a sip from the fountain of timelessness. So, is it worth it in 2025? Absolutely. Not because it's popular, but because it rises above popularity. It has nothing to prove and everything to offer. For those who appreciate the art of subtlety, the poetry of tradition, and the elegance of restraint, Colonia isn't just a fragrance. It's a ritual, a keepsake, a signature of quiet sophistication. Colonia doesn't clamor for attention. It earns it, with grace, with legacy, with quiet brilliance that lingers not just in the air, but in the memory. If that speaks to you, perhaps this century-old classic wasn't just made in Italy. It was made for you. Have you ever worn Acqua di Parma Colonia? Did it remind you of a place, a person, a perfect moment? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if you enjoyed this dive into fragrance history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for the next scent journey.